Uh-oh. Yikes. I think I'm going to head out in it anyways, though. What I'm going to do is take a couple old wool gloves that I don't use anymore and stick some chemical hand warmers in there and stuff them in the front of my bar mitts. I kind of want to see what that does. I'm not a fan of the waste of using these things, but I bought a bunch of them a long time ago, so I might as well use them up. And then maybe I'll look into what like electronic hand warmers are like. I don't want electronic gloves. I know someone's going to suggest that. That's not for me. I would rather have that be separate. Yeah, I'm going to get myself together and we're going to go hit some of the industrial gravel. That might be too much of a struggle. We got a lot of snow last night, so find out if I could power through that. Plus, hitting that will warm me up because it'll take a lot of effort to ride. What do you think, Edmund? I will also throw a hand warmer in the camera bag, keep the batteries warm, hopefully keep the GoPro running a little bit. I'm gonna film what I can. It won't be easy, but we'll see what we get. Oh, there's some slippery snow. These are puddles, icy puddles under here. It's gonna be a struggle. Someone's been out here. Saves that one somehow. Ooh, that's wet under there. Gotta keep the feet up. All right, I'm gonna try and make it to the bridge before I get too hot, but I have a windbreaker and a vest in the bag. Down jacket's too hot, even at 14. Oh, there's a drainage ditch here, that's right. Oh. Why is this so bad? Uh-oh. That's not good. Drag the brakes. So I think the hot hands are real effective because my hands are warm and it's the coldest it's been all year. My hands have been a little chilly on the last couple rides around the neighborhood. So hot hands and the gloves and the pogies, I'm gonna say that's a win. I keep unzipping and rezipping my down jacket, so I'm not sure if I actually want to take it off or not yet. The snow is so cold that it's really, really slippery, and I somehow managed to keep my feet out of the drink when I went right into a puddle, like real deep into a puddle on the bike. I think I caught it on camera, but I don't know how much it'll come out, but I had to drag that thing out of a icy puddle. I was hoping to get under the bridge before I had to change, but I was just getting too hot real slow going. Just like kind of pushing through, but we're 3.7 miles in, an average speed of 6.7, and that includes the pavement at the beginning. So I'm gonna try and raw dog it with the bar mitts and see how warm they actually feel in there, because my hands are getting warm, but I don't know if that's an effect of the really warm sleeves on the down jacket. So we're gonna find out, because we're out here on the industrial gravel and it's not like there aren't bailouts, but there's a while where I'll be out here at this speed. No, I only went a few hundred yards before I decided I should put at least one pair of wool gloves on. Did not feel warm in there. And I forgot I'm gonna operate the GoPro, so bare skin out here, probably not a good idea. Couldn't make it up the hill. Someone drove out here, a car or something. It had to be a truck. And those tracks, they're really hard because you slip into them. Then you have to keep in them or you'll hit that edge and go over. I've been all over the place. This must all be lake effect because there was a storm yesterday that originally dropped all the snow. But we weren't really supposed to get anything more than some light stuff today, so the weather must have just shifted enough to be dumping a band of lake effect out here. Yeah, all over the place. Oh, that's those trucks. Threw on the down so I could take a couple photos without getting too cold. It's cold, but I'm okay. All right, I'm about to climb up to the bike path. Not looking forward to the climb in these grayish conditions, but also I don't know how rideable the bike path's gonna be, because when I was on a little bit of harder packed surface, I had a hard time keeping it upright, so we'll see what happens. You know, going down out here on the soft gravel with all the snow doesn't make me that nervous, but going down on pavement does. So we'll see what happens. Oh man, I'm glad I'm not in a car. I hate driving in this stuff now. I'm looking ahead at this hill and I would be so sketched out. It's pretty rideable. I mean, I'm all over the place. Sometimes I find a groove. We've gone 6 miles in 1 hour, chat. I don't know how I'm going to get down these big hills up here.
couple of people have told me that you only need to put a sled tire on the front, which I get for certain commuting situations. But I've climbed some steep slippy hills, and even just riding slippy, where I need to get traction. So I like the studs on the rear too, but as I said in all of these videos, riding over the street.
Rear-wheel drive, huh? Man, it is still just coming down. I'm getting cold. My hands are cold, but I guess just my hands are getting cold. But it's going to be tough to get across my bridge because I'm sure it's just soft, slippery snow. The bridge was a struggle. Unfortunately, the GoPro had... So a little GoPro trouble there at the end. I'm going to talk about that in a little debrief of the whole ride while we watched some footage from the night before. It was Saturday evening. I had worked all day. I had 2 different shoots. I had Dave helping me cover some stuff and was running all around. So when I got home, I wasn't really looking to do anything. I'd already been out on Friday night. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to work on stuff. And then I was like, I want to get out for a little bit. It was snowing, it was really pretty out. So I went out and made a beer run down to Hi Ho Brewing, and I just kind of weaved around the neighborhood and made it into like, I think a 6 or 7 mile ride. And then I kind of filmed a bunch of the Christmas lights. So that's what we'll be looking at. But anyways, one thing with the GoPros when it's really cold out is they do really well with the batteries that have the white on them. Those are their like Arctic batteries or something, or endurance batteries. I can't remember the name, but I would only buy those. I don't even think they sell the old blue ones anymore, but if you do buy GoPro batteries, make sure they're the ones that have the white on them. That's what can work in the winter, and they're better in every way anyways. But when it's really cold and they drop below a certain percentage, the GoPro will just start shutting off. I didn't realize that was happening. So I didn't get the footage of riding over the high-level bridge. That was like a real struggle at the beginning, but then the wind had been blowing so strong I could ride right along the guardrail and make most of the way. One of the things with the high-level bridge, it's under construction right now, so there's only 2 lanes of traffic, and I really don't want to ride in those. So I do ride the sidewalk over the bridge. There's rarely any pedestrians out there, and if there are, I just always yield to them or make sure I announce myself. Don't blow by them, I don't scare anyone. But that bridge is always really sketchy to ride. I've talked to the city, I'm like, why don't we go 1 lane in each direction with a bike lane? Because that's what the city of Akron on the other side of the bridge is about to put in. Where my studio is on this side of the bridge, and Cuyahoga Falls is not going to add bike lanes to State Road, and they're doing a big redesign, and I think it's a huge missed opportunity. It's a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit, but no one, even me, can't drive that slow because it's built to look like a freeway. It's unfortunate. But yeah, I'm only, I don't know, what, quarter of a mile from that bridge, so where the camera shut off in the alley, I was trying to talk and it wouldn't work anymore. So that was just the end of it. Normally what I would do, I had 2 more batteries in the bag with the hot pocket, with the hot hands in there. But I was so close to home, and I was just starting to get like, I wanted to be home. My hands did end up going cold in the bar mitts. When I got home, those hot hands still lasted till, man, 11 o'clock at night. I had them in my jeans pockets the rest of the night. It just felt good. And then the other one in my hooded sweatshirt front pocket. So yeah, they worked well, but not well enough for being out for that extended period of time in the teens Fahrenheit. I gotta say, I'm strongly considering taking the bar mitts off. That's the kind of ride they should be better for because I wasn't making any real stops. But when you're just out in that cold for that long, I think if I just had my lobster mitts on, that I would have been happier the whole time. And like I said, mine are the seal skins, I think it's called Barwick, but they're so warm. So I just kind of want to test those out in really cold temps. And so today I'm probably going to go for a ride. There's only a high of 20, so when I'm riding, it'll be in the teens again. So this would be a good chance to try out the other gloves and see how I feel. As I said in the beginning of the video, I felt like they were working really well, but it's just, you know, the longer you're out, that cold air is getting in there, the bars are getting cold. I don't know, I get that people love them, and that's what something different works for everybody, and I think I'm just more of a glove person. The negative of that is that I do like to film my rides and I do like to be able to use my hands. So for the first 3/4 of the ride, the bar mitts were great because with my wool gloves, I could still unzip my camera bag, I could pull out my GoPro. With my lobster gloves, I can't do that. So that means stopping, taking off a glove, unzipping. That's a very niche use case. So if I'm just going for a ride and I'm not trying to film anything, I do think the lobster gloves are the better option for me. And a lot of my rides last week were like the one on Saturday night. I would just go out in the evening, it was pretty, it was snowy, and just kind of riding around the neighborhood, just getting 6 or 7 miles in there. On Friday night, I did ride down to the rabbit hole in the Cuyahoga Valley. I met Ben and Aaron down there, and then me and Ben rode back together, but we were meeting for dinner at 6:15, and it was already dark, so I didn't even bother bringing my GoPro. The snow wasn't fluffy, but there was enough of it that it was covering the footprints. It was all rough and kind of bouncy, but reasonably rideable, a lot faster than being in the deep stuff I was in yesterday. Yesterday was one of those rides where definitely a fat bike would be the right tool for the job, but again, I like to try and make do with what I have. And some winters we don't get that much snow, and I don't know if I would ride the fat bike. As a lot of you say, fat bikes could be ridden year-round. I just don't think I would really ride it year-round. I don't think it's what I would choose in the summer for the kind of trails we have around here. I do have some cool stuff coming up on the channel. I purchased some things to hopefully make the live streams a little bit better as well, so stay tuned for all of that. Check out our little store down below. There's some new stickers in there. There's some industrial gravel t-shirts still, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.